All right, what's
Hi
going on?
guys, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday.
Wine. Our wine selection for the day.
Got
Babe
some
bought some
Stella
Stella Rosa.
Rose,
Stella Rosa?
strawberry.
Is it Stella Rosa or Stella Rose?
Why did I use Stella Rosa? I used to
Huh.
call it Stella Rose. Oh wow. Okay.
Right.
Stella Rosa, strawberry, rosé.
Y'all bear with us. This is our first official live.
Is my mic on, babe?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we still learning how all of this works and how to. Hey, can you open it? I got that stuff on my hands. Let me turn this.
I have it on my hands too.
No, that is correct. That is correct. Make sure y'all can see us.
You would get me trying to open this. No, I can't open it.
Y'all can't see my crusty toes. Ah! Because I ain't trying to show them. We just put body butter or lotion or whatever on. So I promise we not.
It's shea butter.
Yeah, we're not weak. Like, we just really can't open it because it's sliding off of everything. But yeah, so I'm struggling for real. You want to share the link while I'm fighting with this? Send the live link. Maybe get some more people on here.
Did you send it to me?
It's on the page. It'll say going live now.
Oh.
But cut your volume down because of the echo.
Yep, it's down.
Well, the wine is poured. It's Wednesday. Well, at least by the time y'all seeing it, it'll be Wednesday. It's kind of weird. We're trying to learn how this whole live thing works, the whole live concept, because it's like you can schedule a live for another day, but is it really alive if it's in the? Is it alive if we record it today and release it on Wednesday? Like, I'm overthinking. Definitely overthinking.
Okay. Well, let's start it off with cheers to Wind Down Wednesday and cheers to us, because tomorrow makes a week that we've been engaged for Beyonce.
Let's start a little word of prayer for everybody that's watching. God, we just thank you for our viewers, for everybody that's hearing this, everybody that's watching, tuning in. Father God, we just ask, Lord God, that you bless their lives, whatever areas where they're struggling with or where they're having any type of issues, financial issues, heart issues, whether it be, dealing with hatred or anything in their heart that is causing any type of bad things in their lives, Father God, or I just pray, Father God, that you help them to get through that, Father. Preaching, Lord. I don't know where that came from, but God, we just pray, Father God, that we have a good session and that, people chime in, interact with us, and just have a good time tonight and really wind down. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Sorry, I'll be getting a little ADHD with my prayers sometimes. I used to praying on live. But so we wanted to tell you guys a little bit about us for those who don't really know us or who have.
I'm gonna be smiling the whole time.
At this point, it's honestly kind of hard to not know us. I feel like every time we do anything, we end up all over the internet.
Well, I feel like we end up all over the internet, but people still don't know, especially your face.
Yeah, I'm Chris, that Chris, the face, no case, Chris. Well, okay.
Everybody
First off, ladies first. So, tell them your name for those who don't know.
I am Tashay, T to the Y to the E.
And where's Tashay from?
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
She's a city girl, y'all.
Not really city.
Charlotte?
I feel like it's in between.
So it's more city than where I'm from. I'm officially from, I'm Chris, and I'm officially from Columbia, South Carolina, but I grew up in Hopkins, right outside of Columbia. So we opposites.
Total opposites, yeah.
She grew up in the city, I grew up in the country. She grew up with the buildings, I grew up with the sticks. So, yeah. How did we become a us?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
So let me tell y'all. We met on TikTok. And around this time, I mean, I'm always working out and like running and stuff. But around this time, I was like heavy on it. Um, and I was just like casually running. And then after my run, well, during my run, I was trying to make a TikTok, but I couldn't. So I had posted a video after my run, and I was talking about it.
She be struggling with social media in real life.
Yeah, I do.
She be real mad. Hey, never get these reels right.
I'm not really.
I
be wanting to do it, y'all, but it's a lot.
Yeah, I gotta hype her up a little bit.
So I commend everybody that are influencers and into social media and that have to do that every day. Man, because if I knew how to do it, I would do it. But of course, nothing that's worth, what is it? How do people say it?
That's worth having. It comes easy.
Right. But anyways, so I was in the car and I was just talking about the run and me recording, and he had posted he had comment with like a hard eye. But I think before you comment on that, we were back and forth,
liking everything on each other's
looking at each other's page, because TikTok tells you when somebody viewed your profile.
That's the new way to flirt. Just keep viewing somebody's profile.
And I think he came across my page during the hurricane. And he posted like a video of like him and other people like helping. Oh, yeah. Like the neighborhood, the community. Yeah. So I went on his page, and y'all, I'm
that wine.
Yeah,
I've been holding it in too.
So y'all, I've always been interested in interior design, and I've always been interested in like wanting to know like basically the type of work that you do. So when I went on his page, it was literally like everything. I was just like addicted, and I was just like looking at everything that he was doing. And then he'll go to my page, and mind y'all, I only have like 5 videos, and I still got this. Probably added like 3 more videos.
2 or 3 more, yeah.
So it's just like I don't even have that much videos, and I'm like, why is this guy always viewing my page? What is it that he could be looking at? Now I can look at a lot on his page.
It's crazy because I was thinking the same thing. Like, she on my page every day.
Babe, you have a lot of videos though, and you post every day. Like he's more techie in social media. Like all this is him.
And it's crazy because I'm not a like social media person. Like if I could not have social media, but you need it for like to function in business.
Yeah, and he needs it too, anyways. For
if I didn't have to have it, I would not.
But yeah, so yeah, we was basically just always viewing each other's page, and then when I posted that video, he's comment with a hard eye, and he was like, I think like he's been meaning to like tell me like,
tell her how pretty she was, how beautiful she was.
Yeah.
What's that old song? What he said about the next time I see you, Tevin Campbell. Can we talk?
Can we talk?
That's how it was. Like the next time I see your face, I know just what to say. I was ready that time. I was ready.
So he had comment, and yeah. And from there,
we just started talking.
I
think we exchanged like 5 or 6 messages back and forth.
Yeah. So then he gave me his number, but I didn't use his number. I didn't use his number when he sent it to me, and so then I had posted again on TikTok. Or no, we were still messaging, and so I think he was like, did you want to talk on the phone, or like, are you? I think he was like,
are you FaceTime?
Yeah, he was like, are you more of a text or FaceTime? And I was like, well, when I get more comfortable, I'm more so FaceTime, but I would prefer to text. I prefer to text.
FaceTime 24/7. Babe, I'm driving. I'm in the shower.
I prefer to text. especially if I have my retainers in. Especially if I don't know you like that. But yeah, I finally used his number, put it to use, and when I put that number to use, y'all,
We talked so long that
we
first
talked
day.
like no, like after that.
No, I'm
Like
just
we were
talking that
just
first day. We talked for hours.
yeah, we did. But no, I'm saying even after that though, we was talking for hours, like every day. And y'all, like I had this thing, so like in my room I had like the lamp with the little, I guess he called it a nipple, but like the
The
light,
nipple light.
the ceiling light with the little thing. I will always have the FaceTime on it. He was like, "You got me looking at this nipple again."
I'll tell you, man. The pivotal point for me, when I really started to take you more like seriously, was when she was. She asked me where. Of course, she knew where I lived, Augusta, whatever. I was in Augusta, Georgia at the time,
Right. So y'all, we was long
and
distance. I was in Charlotte,
yeah, I think
North Carolina, and he was in Augusta, Georgia.
so. We met October. We met on TikTok October 3rd. So then by we was talking for that
Well,
whole
no, no,
month.
no. Sorry to cut you off. It was September where we were like looking at each other's page.
I'm talking about when we officially met was the 3rd of October.
Well,
That's
we
when I
started talking on
first
the phone.
yeah. And October 25th. Yeah, she had told me she was like, I'm gonna come down there. And I was like, nah, you BS. Because I'm used to like I was used to the like I had talked to females that were farther away before, but it was always like, when you coming to see me? When you coming to see me? So it was more of a breath of fresh air for me to hear somebody say, I'm coming to see you. I was like, what? You what? I ain't really believe because I'm one of the people like I'm calm, I'm real calm natured. So it's like I don't really get too excited emotionally, like outwardly anyway. But at the same time it's like, is she really serious or is she just talking? Because people talk they talk all the time. But so I didn't really think too much of it. So it's getting closer to the date, and I'm feeling a little butterfly because I'm really feeling her. Like I'm like, man, she is different. Like even the way she like addresses stuff in her life. Like um, for me, it's big. Like the relationship she has with her child's father because she has a child too, and I was just kind of monitoring that too because of my past situation. I was like, I don't want to deal with no like bitter baby mama type stuff. Like y'all got issues all the time. I just don't need no added drama to what I already got going on in my own life. And so I was kind of monitoring that, and I don't even know how I got on that subject.
You were saying like, I guess that's one of the reasons why you were interested in me
Oh yeah, because the way
or took me serious because I was saying that you was initially saying that I was telling you that I was going to drive
thank you.
down there.
Yeah, because I get sidetracked so easily. Y'all forgive me, but yeah, she I was just seeing that she was really a person of different character, a woman of higher character, and she just really was standing out to me because if I can be honest, during that time, like right before I met her, I had been talking to, well, not talking to like seriously committed, but like I've been kind of
You're just
dating
casually
around.
dating.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I would tell everybody, anybody I got involved with, like, look, this is the stage I'm in right now. I don't want to rush into nothing. It has to be right. Like I gotta know without a shadow of a doubt that
Hmm.
we have a future together before I take anybody seriously. And so, no like disrespect to the females that I had talked to at the time, but they just didn't have, I guess, I don't know what to call it other than you had a different spark in you. And as soon as, we talked more and I started to see that spark, it was like I knew I was gonna marry this woman. Like, and I had never felt like that with anybody before. Like I never met somebody. And this the crazy part was this is before I even met her in person. Like I started feeling like
Yeah,
I'm gonna marry her.
same.
Like she really could be her. And then the first so fast forward, because I'm talking a lot. Fast forward
You can
to
talk, babe.
October
That's what it is.
25th,
Wind down Wednesday.
and that's when she was like that whole day. She was like, I can't wait. I'm so excited to come to see. And I'm like, oh,
Like
okay, all
y'all,
right, we gonna see.
for one, anywhere I go, I like to pack
Mhm.
early, and I can't remember. either I packed the day before and I had already put my stuff in the car,
And she kept telling me she was packing
or
too.
I packed the day before and then I put my stuff in the car on my lunch break because it was on a Friday. And I was just excited. And then on my way there, y'all, like I was really interested in him too. And the whole time, the whole month, because it was basically the whole month of October, I went to his house the end of October.
Yeah, 25th.
At the end of October. And you could learn a lot about someone within 30 days, 28 days, whatever, especially when you're constantly talking. I feel like if you put in the effort and you both are consistent and you are able to give each other that quality time, you can really learn about someone. And I feel like that's what was going on with me and him. And I was just like always having butterflies. He was always having butterflies.
Yeah, I
And
was, and
like
that was different
the
for me.
feelings were definitely mutual. And so that Friday when I had got off, y'all, my bags was already in my car. So I clocked out. I took a shower. I just threw something on. I didn't try to look the prettiest. My hair was not done. Nails, toes were not done. It just felt like so.
Can
It
I
felt
cut in? Because before anybody
yeah,
criticized her in the comment or whatever, I respected that because she didn't put on her representative and come see me. Like she didn't come all dolled up, makeup, whatever, whatever. She came in her real, raw, pure form. So my first time seeing her, I saw the real her, and I was like, that stood out to me too. That made me even more crazy enough. It made me more attracted. So I was like, because I'm not a big makeup person. Like I don't really care for makeup, like especially not heavy makeup. Every now and then, yeah,
yeah.
but I was glad she came as her naturally beautiful self. So continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, um, but so as I was leaving out the door, so I took a shower, put on some clothes, and I was just excited. And my sister was recording me, and she was like, look at her, like she was hyping me up, like telling me, oh, she's leaving. And I was like, I'm about to go see my future husband, mind you. Of course, when you're getting to know someone, you talk about those things, which I think we had those conversations like, do you ever want to get married? And not to, I don't know if you want to tell the people, like, he's been married before.
Yeah,
So it was just like, I
different
needed to know
circumstances.
if he wanted to be married again because, of course, I've never been married.
And I
And
was
it's
real
something
hesitant
that,
because I did not wanna. I couldn't see myself honestly after the last one. I could not see myself marrying anybody again unless I knew without a doubt. Like,
yeah.
and I'm not really an emotional person, so for me, feeling butterflies, talking to her, and all this was like, man, this is crazy. Like, this is what all these love songs and heartbreak songs about. Like, I get it now because, like, I really, it was a very different experience for me. And so even before she got there, I already knew that that day I was gonna ask her to be my girl. And so my lady,
I don't know
excuse me,
how
she ain't no
y'all,
girl, she a lady.
because I was excited about going there, but then I had to, I had to think, um, I had to be realistic too. I guess that's the word I'll say. Like I was like, oh, I'm so happy, but I'm like, okay, I've never seen him in person, so I don't know
Exactly.
how it's gonna be. I just don't. You don't know if the chemistry is gonna be the same. I've had that before, where I've
Exactly,
had
exactly.
connections with people over the phone, but in person it just kind of fell off. So I didn't know if that would be the same with me and him, and it definitely wasn't. It was like the opposite. Like it was like a movie, like because y'all, he's such a gentleman. I have to give him his flowers every time. He's such a gentleman, and he was already outside waiting for me to get the bags, to open the door for me and everything. And I got there at like 9 something, and I hadn't ate, and he waited for me to get there for us to go out to eat. So when I pulled
I'm a
up,
scheduled person too. That was like
he is a
4 or
scheduled
5 hours
person.
past my dinner time.
So when I got there, I was playing some song. I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember.
I was playing a song, and the I didn't turn my car off yet. but my door was open. And so he came and my car was still on. So while the song is playing with my door open, y'all, I could barely get out the seat.
In the middle of the street.
We're like in the middle of the street because his house was on a hill and like the driveway was up the hill, but my car was like
At the
down.
bottom of the hill,
Yeah, at
by
the
the
bottom of the
mailbox.
hill. So I open the door. Well, he comes to open the door, and we give each other a hug. And I'm like, he smells so good. And so I'm like, here it goes. Here's the moment of truth. And so we like started kissing, and it was just like heaven on earth.
That's weird because it didn't feel like kissing a stranger. But it was
It
like,
didn't at all. It felt
like
like, and then I was like, okay, he has lips. Like, I was like, even though I knew that you had lips before because I could tell in the pictures and the videos, but I was just like, thank God.
so they're like, I just met this girl. Oh my god. Well, it's crazy, man, because like when she was on the way down there, because it was like 3 hour drive from where she was to where I was, and
Mm-hmm.
earlier that day I had wrote her a letter. Let me read it. I got it. I still got it.
You want to read it?
I wrote it digitally, and then I hand wrote it. I copied it over.
And y'all, I like letters, and I think did I express that to you before you wrote the letter?
No, you expressed that I wrote that letter, and then you expressed it to me after, and that was when
Really?
I started writing the other letters
No,
to
I
you.
think I expressed to you that I love letters. Like
No,
I can
I'm
take
pretty
the
sure I wrote
I
this one
can take
first.
the texting stuff, but I love random letters. Like, oh,
Because I had wrote it. I wrote it down in the iPad or on the phone first, and then I hand wrote it because I was like, it didn't feel personal.
yeah.
Where is it?
And so like
I
now
gotta go back to
y'all like
October.
my love language is words of affirmation. So like we randomly will write each other letters. I just love
All right, I found it. It said, every now and then someone comes into your life who makes you feel like they are completely irreplaceable, and you can never imagine the future without them in it. In 34 years, I have felt that feeling 6 times. The first four were when my children were born. The fifth was when I met Darius, or D, my best friend, and brother, closer than blood. The sixth time was when you and I started to get to know each other. And I realized that I didn't want another day to go by without making you mine, because I would be a fool to finally get everything I wanted and then let you go. I know we've only known each other for a little while, for a little under a month, but when it comes to matters of the heart, it's hard to quantify what counts as sufficient time. I know that you are someone I would wait for, even if it took 1,000 years. You are someone I can love with my actions, my words, and my heart. They say a man always knows when he finds someone worthy of being his wife, a woman who brings no reservations. You are that woman to me. I have, blah, blah, blah. You have never pressured me into a relationship in any way. You have never asked me for anything, yet you make me want to give you everything. You have been upfront and honest with me about your intentions with me, and you've been very intentional about moving forward with me, especially. And I think that was the breaking point for me, for her actually
it.
coming down there. I was like, driving 3 hours to
He
see
still
me.
talks about that to this day,
That
y'all.
was the most intentional act. Like, I can't even express how on clouds I was. But yeah, about move. You see my world as it is, and you don't judge me. Like, I'm front and honest to her about my past marriages, that situation. I told her everything, and you don't judge me. Instead, you ask me what you can do to be a part of it. You see the areas of my life where care is needed, and you fill those voids from the depths of your compassion. You are what I need in my life, and I think I'm ready to take it further with you. And that was how I asked her to be my woman. And there was nowhere to go but up from there. It was like, I don't know. She has always, since we met, brought the romance out of me. Like, I've always been a romantic person, but I just never felt like I was with people who appreciated what I brought to the table. Like, they didn't really appreciate the gentleman. They'd be like, I don't really want to wait for you to open doors all the time, or another ex was like, I don't really like flowers like that. It was just I just kept running into those type of
Don't get
women.
me wrong.
And
Sorry to cut you off, babe. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I love flowers. So not the flowers, but the door thing. Um, I didn't ever tell you to stop opening the door for me, but I had to get you.
acclimated.
Yeah, I had to get used to him constantly doing that and really understanding that that's literally just him.
Yeah.
So, just a little word of advice to women: when a man is doing something, don't complain about it. Allow him to be who he is. Um, because the more you do that, and we've had this conversation off camera plenty of times. The more you do that, it changes the man to
Hmm.
not want to be able to be the man
Oh yeah.
that he wants to be for you. So if a man wants to cater to you, allow him to cater to you.
Let him.
If he wants to do that, if a man is doing something, he's doing it because he want to do it. So yeah.
But it's one of the things where you gotta be with somebody like minded because you have to what's the word I'm looking for? Like a queen will elevate a man to kingship, and a man will elevate a woman to the queen that she's supposed to be. And but they only do that by allowing each other to shine, like pushing each other to their maximum potential. So it's like I said, she brought out the romance in me. It I was already in me, but being with somebody who appreciated that made it that much more. Like I was determined from the first love letter that everything about this woman I had to go big. Like I wanted it, everything every moment to be special. I just wanted to do everything I could possibly do to make her feel loved. Like so, from the I think I said, was it that month or when I sent the
What?
flowers to your mom's house?
Oh, okay. He did. He sent me flowers, which is so unexpected.
That was the first time I sent her flowers, and
That was so unexpected, and I was just so happy. And for me, it's literally the smallest things. Like it's the small things that count for me. I don't ask for anything. So like when I would think I was on my lunch break, and
y'all
I
ain't
was
got
like,
no excuse because we was 3 states away from each other, and she got them flowers.
and I was like, are these for me? And it just thinking about it now, it just makes my heart warm.
Well, I'm never gonna stop giving you flowers, baby.
Yeah.
Never gonna stop. But um, yeah, that was the first time though. That was the first time. That sometime during that first month, and like I said, she appreciates
Well,
the
no,
little
it had to
things.
be November.
Yeah, you're right. It was the second month, but I just love how she appreciates the little things, and it's like when you are that type of woman. Because I talked to women prior, and it's like they priorities are so crazy. They're like, oh, you should wine and dine me, and that's why I want to go to this place and that place. I'm sitting there like totaling all this up in my head, like I don't think she realized I got 5 kids,
Well,
excuse me,
yes, four.
4 kids, and a business to run. What do these people think I made of money? And it was just, I was just seeing a lot of the other women who, oh, this broke down, that broke down. I just need somebody who got my back and helped me. And that always translated to you need money. And it's like, I would, I ain't gonna lie, I would do it for a little bit. And it's like, reality would set in like, I can't deal with somebody that's constantly draining me financially.
Yeah.
Like this ain't gonna work because I already have a lot of responsibilities on me at the time as a single dad with 4 kids and running a business. Like I don't know if y'all ever ran a business, but running a business is expensive. And on top of your household bills. So and child support. So it's like this is 4 major bills that I have the responsibility of. You know what I'm saying? So for her being somebody who doesn't really ask for anything made me mentally want to give her everything because it's like she's humble, you know. And I just one thing I really love about you, you're a very humble female. You down to earth. You really make me want to lavish you with everything. Like I literally want to give you the world. Flowers
Oh.
is nothing that, like, for me, when it comes to her, flowers is like the most basic tier of what she deserves. Like, she deserves flowers every week, every other week, or as often as her vase needs to be refilled. She deserves flowers. You know what I'm saying? She deserves the queen treatment. She deserves to never touch a door or chair around me. Like, that's basic level stuff when it comes to her. She
To me, it's
deserves
everything, though.
love letters. She deserves to have her hair and nails paid for. She deserves spa dates. She deserves this stuff, and I want to give it to her as often as I'm physically and financially able to do it, because she doesn't ask for. She's never asked me for these things. You know what I'm saying? And she don't make me feel bad. Like I said, I am a business owner, so there's times when my finances are not, my finances are here, but my heart is still here. My love and my desire to do for her is still here, but she doesn't ever make me feel bad during those times. And then there's times when my finances and my heart are in the same place. And on those times, I always pay it back 100-fold to her. Like, I want her to know, you are special. You are somebody who's worth my time and my finances. And this is not just a to get you type of thing. Like, I really want to be that person to her now and
Unless I'm
forever.
gonna, I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna
Go
pause
ahead.
you right there because that made me think about the video that had went viral. So I don't know who's gonna see this video.
Oh yeah,
But this is Chris, right? And
big Chris.
I'm the girl that went viral for the video about the nails and the hair, and I was in the shop getting my hair done.
It went viral on
It
Instagram
went
first,
viral on Instagram
and
first, and
I
it's
still
like
haven't
eight,
found the TikTok videos, but I heard it was circulating on TikTok too.
yeah, 8 million people seen that video.
It's on your hair layer
It's on,
LLC on
yeah,
Instagram. It's your hair layer, YOU, or I'll put it on in the description. Um,
but I'm saying all this to say that he was saying like it's not to, what did you say? It's not to
it's basic level
no,
to
you were
pay for
saying
that
that
stuff
it's
for you.
not, you're not doing it just to like,
Oh, just to get you.
yes. So when that video went viral, I got a lot of positive feedback, like a lot of people in my DMs congratulating me and everything. And I had seen a random video, I guess somebody who had reposted it. Um and somebody had made a comment, was like, "Oh, this is cute, but she should be careful because he could be
Love bombing.
love bombing."
I didn't even know what love
And
bombing
it's
was.
just and it's just like you I feel like women that are, how can I put this? I'm not gonna say hurt because
Scorned.
I yeah, I'm not gonna say like hurt or because I'm a girl's girl, but I get it. But we have to learn to have discernment when we meet people and understand who's actually doing those things and who's not. Um, and I never felt that from you.
Mm.
Like you said, even when you're up, you're up. If you're down, you're down. I'm not like, I don't ask for anything. So it's just like, if you do for me, you do for me.
I'm the same way.
If you didn't do for me, I would still be with you. Not like that, like if you just didn't do nothing for me. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like a splurge on me type of female. Because
Yeah,
it's like anything that I ask for, I can get for myself. If I can't get it for myself, I'm not gonna ask.
boss. Boss over here.
so, so it's just like the whole love bomb thing. It's understand and believe. If you really believe in love and you want to find love and you know that you eventually want to get married, please understand that it's men out here that really do want to be husbands just as much as we want to be wives. It's men out here that want to be husbands, that want to spoil and treat their lady, that's respectful, that's faithful, that's honest. Because we can't sit here and be like, oh, only women think like that, because men think like that too, like, and I was gonna touch on another point. I was gonna say something else.
Just stop me when it come to mine.
Huh?
I said,
Oh,
just
you
stop
look
me
so
when it come
cute.
to mine. You too.
Um,
Lips
I
over
can't
there
think.
shining like a fish. I want to kiss you now, girl.
I can't think, but yeah, I'm just saying.
But yeah, man, she's so deserving. Like I've never met anybody more deserving than her. Really special. But back to the viral, cause Lord, when I tell y'all we can't do nothing without going viral, it's crazy. Cause she's not really a social media person. I'm not really a social media person either. But like I said, I have to post for business, and like I've never done anything to go viral like ever in all the years of posting my work, whatever. So it was crazy because like I was just being me. I just called. She told me she was going to
That's what
get
I
her
was gonna
hair
say.
done.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to cut you off, babe. Can I say this really
Oh,
quick?
go ahead, you tell it.
That's okay. I seen another comment too that was like, oh, she brave. I don't think I could do this. They
Want to
was,
pop up?
yeah, you can. I think it was a girl that was like, I don't know, this seemed kind of sketchy, like saying like, why would? Because I was seeing in the video that
We gotta
when
give them the context first. You gotta tell them what happened for those who haven't seen it.
I just said it. So the viral video,
Yeah, you
yeah, I
ain't
said I
really.
was in a shop.
She was going to get her hair
I was
done,
gonna go get my hair done.
and I
And
had
so when I was
when we
gonna go get
met,
my hair
I
done,
knew all of. I had asked her
that's what
every.
I was about to
Oh, I'm
say.
sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
So so when we first met, you just have casual conversations. The more you talk, the more you ask questions, the more you get to know each other. And so he wanted to know, where do I get my nails done? And I'm not an insecure female, so I think this is where I'm tying up with the comment that the female made. It was more so like, oh, she's brave, or I don't think I can do that. It seemed a little sketchy, because what if why does I think somebody was like, why does he have her number, um, or something like that. So,
You
anyways, when we
skipping some
met,
stuff. Yeah,
I am
go to that part. When we met, go ahead.
okay. When we met, he asked for, like, where do I get my nails done? Who does my hair? And not too many people do my hair. I only have one braider.
Intentional.
And then the girl
Mhm.
that actually made the video go viral, she's basically like a friend to the family almost. Like her and my sister had been best friends for like years, since they was like in high school. So it's not like I didn't know her. Um but to fast forward, in the video, she was done doing my hair, and I was asking her how much for the hairdo. And her phone, something had failed. I think her phone or something. And so like, she picked it up, and then I seen like a flashlight. So I was thinking in my head, I'm like, what's going on? But I didn't say anything. And so I'm still looking, and then she puts the phone up, and I'm like, are you
Oh, you
recording?
skipped some stuff.
What did I skip?
Okay, so when she was on the way to that appointment, I looked up the Instagram page, got the phone number off
I didn't
there,
know that
and
though.
I called her. I called the stylist and paid for her appointment over the phone, just on some secret, surprise her. I'm sure to make her day. Just wanted to make her smile,
Hmm.
and so neither of us knew that she was gonna record it.
Yeah.
So when I thought she would just like if she recorded, I figured she would just send it to me. But she told me, she told Ty first. And Ty was getting her hair done. It's feel weird calling you Ty because I always call you Shay.
Hmm.
So she was getting her hair done, she went to pay, and she was like, "Oh, it's already paid for." And well, this is one part where you would
Well,
know better than
babe,
me because I
that's
wasn't
what
there
I'm
for that.
saying. Let me say it.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to get a precursor.
This is what happened before that happened. So the phone was the light was on, and I had asked in the video, but I guess she cut that clip out, or I don't know if it was recording it. I don't know. But I asked, I was like, are you recording? And I'm like looking, and I'm like,
No, it was in the video.
oh, I'm like, are you recording? She was like, no. But in my head, I'm like, okay, is she recording? Because the light is still on. But she said no. So I was like, okay, whatever, forget it. Um, and so as she recording, she was like, She was like, "What's your boyfriend name?" And y'all, I was just like so nervous because the light was on, but I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, Chris.
I was like, how you forget my name, bro?
I'm
Well, no,
like,
I get it. I
I'm
get
like,
it. It was an in the
Chris.
spur of the moment type question.
Yeah, like it's like so random. And mind you, I got out of there like late. So Chris. So she she was like, "Oh, okay." She was like, "Well, he already paid." And I was like, "What?" Now, y'all, mind y'all. So in the video, you can see me like kind of like holding up my hand. I don't know if you can hear that part either. I honestly don't like listening to the video because I don't like hearing myself
Like,
talk.
why does he keep
It's
doing
very
that?
cringing. So I was like, why does he keep doing that? Because he literally did that for my nails. I think like what it was like a few days before.
Yeah.
Well, the hair
We were
thing.
supposed to be going on a cabin trip. It was our first trip together.
Mm-hmm.
And, she was telling how she wanted to get her hair and nails done. I'm like, I didn't feel right, but her paying for it, I don't know, it just never sits right for me.
And mind you, it didn't click to me with him doing this because mind you, he had been asked for who does my hair and who does my nails. So it didn't click to me. And let me tell y'all about the nail thing. So I pull up to get my nails.
You got to finish the hair.
Okay, well the hair, well that was it. Like she ended up telling me that he paid for it, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh." Like, and we was just laughing, and I started telling her about the nail, and she was like, "What?" She was like, "Dang, I need somebody that's doing stuff like that."
And it's
And
crazy
so
because she didn't know she was being recorded. I didn't know she was being recorded. The way we found out was we was was we on the phone or we was together?
I think I had just woke up from a nap.
Because I remember
Honestly.
saying, "Babe,
And we were on
you
the
on
phone
Instagram?"
and he asked me, oh no, he said your friend posted you. You're
Yeah,
going viral. And mind you, the video that when the video went viral, that we did our cabin trip at the beginning of December.
yeah.
The video went viral at the end of December. So
So
mind
it
you, I
was like
still
she
don't
sat on
know.
that for a while.
I still don't even know that she had recorded or not. So that was that. So I was taking a nap, and then we ended up we were on the phone, and then you were like, "Babe, your friend posted you," and I'm thinking in my head like, "What friend?" I'm like, "What friend would be posting something of me?" And you was like, "It's going viral," and I'm like, "Hold on, y'all." I get on Instagram, and mind you, y'all, I take
It
breaks.
was
I take
climbing.
breaks from social media, and I don't think I hadn't been on Instagram. I think for 2 weeks
Let's see how many
or like a
minutes.
week and a half. Yo, I get on Instagram. My DMs were flooded. The comments were flooded. The likes, like it was going crazy. It was going crazy. I literally was like, "Babe, my phone is going off." Well, actually, no, I don't get notifications, but I'm like every time I went onto Instagram, it was like it was so many notifications, y'all. And mind you, 8 million people seen that video. And
I was trying to see how many it
I
was up
kept
to.
getting the likes on my comment because I end up comment on the video. But that was when it was just like it wasn't that many views or comments. She tagged my comment, and y'all,
Page was blowing up.
my page was literally
Oh,
blowing
I ain't
up.
signed into that Instagram on
It was blowing up, and I was just like, this is crazy.
That was the start. And it was
Yeah.
crazy because like it kept going.
Mhm.
Like so like I said, that video blew up. And then Jeremy Holloway is his name?
Oh, Jeremy dot Holloway or something like that.
Yeah,
Someone had sent me someone that I went to high school with.
yeah, we was out to eat that day.
Now, mind you, she sent me this. The video went viral back in December. She sent the girl that I went to high school with. She sent me this video.
That was like 2 or 3 months
This
ago.
is like 2 or 3 months ago. So the time span, the video, I guess it resurfaced, I guess on his end because he posted it, and he has a big following as well. And he wanted to like put his input on the video and how he felt about it. So and she sent it to me and was like, "Oh, you're on his page." So I was like, "Oh, dang!" Like,
Yeah, we was tearing up social media looking for this video. Like, what the world?
but
We
yeah,
on this random person page. I had seen his post before, but I ain't really like know him like that.
yeah,
And so it was a shock to me too. I mean, both times was a shock because again, it was just literally like something that I was doing for her. Like I didn't expect any like recognition
me
or
either. Like we
anything. Like it
didn't.
was just I just wanted to make her smile.
Yeah. And everybody was like, Chris, Chris, Chris. And it's like, this is Chris, guys.
Man, they wanted to know if my daddy was single, if I had brothers. Man, them comments had us dying laughing.
Yeah.
And then, like I said again, the second time we went viral was the whole Jeremy. I keep wanting to say Jeremy Renner. Who the heck is Jeremy Renner?
I don't know.
Jeremy
Holloway.
Holloway, his video. So that was number two. And then fast forward to this month, we started doing skits. Just something to do because we got all the kids for the summer. It was just something for us to do,
He
spend
wants
time
to start a
together.
YouTube channel,
And
clearly.
well, I mean,
That
if
we're
y'all
doing
subscribe
now.
to the channel, y'all probably already seen it. The Can I Have Some? And that one went viral again. 25,000 views in
I'm like, this
like
man got my face all over this internet.
yeah, it literally went. It
But
went to 25
you,
thousand views in like
I
the
said,
first
you,
few hours. I was
yeah,
like, good lord! It just everything. Every time we on the internet together, it's crazy. And
and
so that was number
now,
three. So now to number four. The I don't know. I still am in complete disbelief of how this actually came together.
I
But
guess you could talk about
magically,
this.
um, okay, all right. So I knew I wanted to propose to her. I have been knowing that for the past 3 months. So by that time, we was together 5 months. I'm just like, she's her. Like I told her at the beginning, it's hard to quantify matters of the heart. Like I know you, my wife. I know you're gonna be my wife. And so I'd already started kind of looking for engagement rings. I've been talking to her mom, letting her know it's the type of time I'm on. And so, yeah. Oh, trying to log into my other Instagram. So, 3 months went by, and by this time we coming up to our 8 month anniversary. And I'm like, it has to be this month because we both believers in God. We both faith people, and in the Bible, 8 is the number of new beginnings. So I was like, I really want us to start this 8 month journey together as fiancés instead of boyfriend girlfriend. And I've been trying to figure out. I just want the proposal to be amazing because she's amazing, and she's somebody in my life who I place a very high value on. So I don't just want to give her any basic proposal. I didn't want to do anything that's been overly done. I was originally gonna do the big "Will you marry me" letters, but I just felt like it
You didn't put
wasn't
my family in
enough. I
it.
don't know. I just felt like it wasn't enough for you know, are the love that we have, like, and the way I wanted to celebrate you, like, it just wasn't enough. Like, it felt overdone. Like, cause I see it on social media all the time. I see the big "Will you marry me" letters. I'm like, oh, that's cute. That's nice. I love that for y'all. But it's like our love story had to be significant to us. And it wasn't that I didn't want to include her family, because Lord knows if I could have had them there, I would have moved heaven and earth to get them there. But okay, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Um, a month prior, I had bought her tickets. Well, bought
Mm-mm.
us tickets to see. Those are 2 months.
Mm-mm. Whenever I took you to go see,
That was
was
Father's
that in
Day.
March? No.
I'm talking about the Country Wayne
Mm-hmm.
tour. Um,
Whenever that was. I was gonna say
It was that
February.
same month, later on that month. It was 2 months.
Mm-mm.
Valentine's Day, we was in the custom.
You surprised me on the day that I was taking you to see Country Wayne.
Oh, it was on that same day. It is right. It had to be after I moved here, so it would have been March or April. It's April. April.
I think it was March.
Because May was Tabitha Brown, so you can see Tabitha Brown.
I know it wasn't
In
May. It was
June.
before that.
Yeah, so we went to see Country Wayne in March.
Um,
So yeah, she surprised me. What was the occasion? I can't even remember. I just remember that was an amazing day.
yep, I was taking you to see Country Wayne.
Oh, just because
Yes, you wanted to see him, so I
she does
surprised
stuff
you.
like that, man. We both
I
like
surprised
love on
you.
each other hard, and like that was again very
Baby,
different for
over here
me.
talking about what was it for?
Cause I'm not used to
Wait.
like I'm just not used to being just loved on in that way just because I exist, just because you value me. So it really like in my mind I'm still trying to like equate it to some holiday like but nah,
No.
she just like that and that's why I love her so much. But yeah, so I ended up while we was on the way there, I saw the Coco Jones tour pop up, and I was like, we both were Coco Jones fans, but I knew how hard of a Coco Jones fan she was. So I was like, I got your
So
ticket to
I
see
got
Coco
a
Jones. She was like, what? No, you playing? I was like, babe, you going to see Coco Jones? And so okay, so fast forward to this was what that was March.
mm-hmm.
So now we are in June. Um,
We're in July.
No, when I proposed was in June.
Oh, okay.
So now we're in June. Getting like it's
My birthday's in
the
two
week
weeks.
before the Coco Jones concert, and I'm like, oh, I really want to propose to her. It's on the concert is on our 8 month anniversary. Like it,
Mm-hmm. The
I'm like, it's
25th.
already gonna be special because we going to see Coco, and I know she's gonna love that because she been blasting this Coco Jones CD for a month straight, and
Ah,
and you was our song together,
you.
and so I was like, it gotta be that night, and I just didn't know how I was gonna do it. I thought about doing the big "Will you marry me" letters in the thing, but it was just too crowded of a venue to pull that off. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just have it in the parking lot. The "Will you marry me" propose. We go in, she's all on the cloud, just really making the
I'm glad
day.
you didn't do that, babe.
But yeah, I'm glad I didn't
Parking
either,
lot is crazy.
cause
Like what?
because I was trying, I was like, I wanted to incorporate the family. I was like, maybe I do it at the park down the street from the venue. It's like it was just so much going through my mind trying to figure it
Oh, and
out.
it
But it's
rained
just
on that day, baby.
like exactly. I'm like, God, when I tell you God intervened, like I went to the venue the day before, just asking them questions about how
So
and where
romantic.
if I could do that. Now, I'm not a liar. I don't lie. I don't tell lies. It just irks me to my soul. I will end up telling you the truth. I can't hold it lie. So, mind you, so now I'm stressing because I want it to be a impactful proposal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stressing because I'm having to lie to her about my whereabouts all day because I don't want her to know that I'm planning to propose to her. And yeah, so I was very stressed out because I don't like to lie. And so anyway, I was at the venue. I'm asking them, and there's kind of a trail of breadcrumbs thing. So one person sent me to another person. They the whoever was there like setting up for the concert they was having at the amphitheater that day. He referred me to the owner of the venue. The owner of the venue was like, I can just put you in touch with Coco Jones' management team. I'm like, what? Okay. So I left.
Oh, this the part I didn't know.
So yeah, it's
I
like an
thought maybe
hour.
you like contacted the management from Instagram.
Yeah, he told me to text him in an hour. Well, I tried to. I had tried to a month before. I
Oh.
messaged Coco Jones Instagram, and that was when you
Mm-mm,
saw
mm-mm,
that was when you saw my
mm-mm. Okay,
page, and
okay.
you was like, "Why are you messaging
I
Coco?" And
said
I'm like,
okay, babe.
I was like, "Babe, I really can't tell
God,
you right now, but I
talk too
promise you
much.
I will." You about to get mad at me because you know so Coco is my, you know how
It's
couples
okay,
joke,
babe.
and they be like, who's your one
He
pass?
likes Tim's and
So
Coco.
I was like, Coco Jones, my one pass.
And then he switched up on Coco
Yeah.
and said, "Oh no, it's Tim's. It's Tim."
Tim's and Coco. I like both of them.
I'm like, Coco, that girl.
But
I'm okay with him having a
in my
celebrity
defense,
crush.
she had like 20 of them. And I was like, you're
And
doing too
still
much.
do.
You're doing too much. Way too much. But anyway, but
Them
so
people
I
was
guess when
before
she saw
you.
my
No, I'm
message,
just
she
kidding.
thought that I was trying to holler at Coco Jones. I'm like, no, that's not what's going on, and I can't really
Babe,
tell you.
I didn't think that you was hollering at her.
I
Like,
ain't know what she was thinking, but I'm just thinking,
I was just
especially
like, are you messaging Coco Jones?
yeah, especially from past
Oh no, and then
relationships.
he was gonna actually show me. And I was like, no, it's okay. He was like, look.
I
And I was
really
like,
almost spoiled the whole thing because
yeah,
I
I
was
was
like, "You're
like,
not about to have me in here. I'm not about to have you in here thinking I'm cheating on you or trying to cheat on you." I'm like, I'll figure something
babe,
else
Coco
out.
is not messaging you back.
Well, I know that, but anyways, like I was determined though. I was definitely determined because I'm like, I want to
I'm
propose to
cracking
this
up.
girl at this concert, and I don't know how to make it happen. Man, when I tell you, I messaged everybody on the side. I messaged Ali Shotokan from Shotokan or whatever his name is from the Bel Air
Bel
show
Air.
that they in together. I was like, man, can you put me in touch with Coke? I was trying to figure out
I love the
every
effort. I
possible
love
way.
that you always just go over and beyond.
That's for you. You worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, I drunk it too fast. I was joking. Oh, but what was that?
My phone. Can you get it?
I don't see it. Oh, it must be under you. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Don't judge me. But
It's okay. We're gonna start our workout journey together.
that's it.
That's coming.
But
But trying to suck
so
it
they
in.
put me in touch. Such a face. They put me in touch with the man. Other guy was like, hit me up in an hour, just to follow up, see, make sure I ain't forget. But he was like, I really want to see what I can do to make this happen for you. And so, lo and behold, hour passed. I just texted him. He was like, we was kind of exploring some other options. He was like, I told the person who's over coordinating the show to get in touch with the management on your behalf. And so I'm like, okay, cool. At this time, I'm like, it's getting too close. Like it's the day before. Like I need to make this happen on my own. Which is always my mindset, and I got to stop doing. I got to learn to let go and let God. Because I immediately went to ChatGPT and was like, who manages Coco Jones and what's the contact phone number for him?
What?
I
They
tried
gave you
that.
the information?
I tried it. It gave me a couple numbers, but none of them like worked, and it was all like LA numbers. And I was
She
like,
lives in LA.
mm.
I'm telling you.
What? All I know is yeah, everybody was busy and said they would call me back, whatever, whatever. And I was like, oh God. So in the midst of this frustration, and there was other frustrations going on I'm about to get to, but in the midst of that, I get a text. Hey, this is God, what's her name? Not coming to me right now. I promise I will never forget this lady, but I can't remember her name in this moment. But she texted me and was like, I'm Coco Jones' manager. I'm part of her management team, and we heard about what you're trying to do, and we absolutely want to be a part of it.
Coco said yes. Put them on
And man,
stage.
so to shorten this, we went back and forth throughout that whole day, just like making plans. And I'm just sitting here like in awe that I'm actually texting. Like, first off, I'm a little skeptical because I'm like, I don't know, this her management for real. But they really went back and forth with me, coordinating all the details and just really asking me how I planned, how did I see it, like what was my vision for it. And she ended up calling me. Um, Mind you, during that time, she called me as I was on the way. Because while I was doing this, I was also on the way to her. I had been looking for the ring because the ring I'd originally ordered for her, the first ring, it was going to take too long to get back, and because I wanted it, I got a ring. That's another story for another day. for free actually. And but it wasn't gold and it wasn't her size. And I knew I pay attention to those details. I know she wanted gold, and I know she really was into like solitaire rings or like rings that looked a specific kind of
I
way.
didn't want a what is it called?
You didn't want nothing big and gaudy.
I didn't want the ring that I forgot what it's called. I just
I
didn't
know
want
what you're
that
talking
ring.
about, but I had to.
So I have
I
to
was very particular, and so that ring wasn't it just wasn't gonna work. So then ring number two, because it was by this time this was Saturday when I ordered this ring because I was like, and I got the expedited shipping because I was like I need it here in time. Like I'm running out of time, and I had to work, so I didn't have time to go and look for rings like physically. Plus I'm new to the area, so I don't really know even where to look. So then that ended up getting shipped to my old address by mistake, which was actually a blessing in disguise because that was one of those. I'm in a pinch. I need something fast. I'm gonna upgrade her. You know, if she says yes, hopefully she don't throw this ring in my face. But yeah, that ended up being a blessing in disguise that ring didn't come.
I didn't like that ring. Wait, which ring?
That was ring number two, the one I showed you
I didn't like that
truck
ring,
afterward.
no.
Yeah, so thankfully, that didn't come in time. So, mind you, all of this is happening in the same day. So I ended up ring shopping in every jewelry store I could find in the vicinity of where I was in Charlotte. I ended up ring shopping and went to this one store. Starts with an S. I can't remember the name of it right now, but they had the ring. Like when I walked in, he asked me what my budget was. I was like, I'm kind of in the bind. Yeah, but he asked me what my budget was, and he showed me this ring, and I said, "That's it. That's the one." And he was like, "Yeah, what size you need it to be?" Because I was
don't
like,
think the camera really do justice, but
"Tell him, baby. Show him, baby." But it's crazy because her size is a size 5.
Let me get up close.
And every jewelry store I had been to, none of them had her size. Like everything would have had to be shipped off.
Gorgeous.
And resized. And so when I go
my fingers are little, y'all.
Yeah, they real little. And so when I went in there, he was like, "What size you need?" Because he was like, "We can resize it. We can have it ready by tomorrow." And I was like, "I need a size 5." He was like, "Let me see what size it is." Tell me why the ring was a size 5.
Well, so I think he used he's like it's 4.5, 5. Or something like that.
Yeah, he said 4.5, 5, and then he put it on the little measuring thing, and it was a size 5. I was like, God, like this ring. When I tell you that ring stood out amongst all the rings in the case, so I was like, God just kind of just shined a light, like that's the one, Chris. And so mind you, so ring shopping done, check. Thank God. I'm still texting Coco Jones management. By this time now, I'm headed home to get in the shower. I forgot what else I had to do. That oh, I'm meeting with her grandparents because her granddad is like the most important man to her in her life, and I wanted to ask his hand and her mom's hand.
That's the only part I'm upset with.
What?
I wish you would have asked him ahead of time before the day of. And then the thing is, my mom was like, "My mom, babe, or me."
Your mom. So I have been trying to like, should I take something? Should I take you? Like, how do I do
you
this?
You could have
without...
definitely.
And I didn't want to text your sister. I didn't want your sisters to know too far in advance because I didn't know if somebody would let it slip.
No, I don't think they would have did that.
And that's what I was afraid of. That's why your brother-in-law was the first person outside of your mom. I knew your mom could keep the secret. And I was like,
my sisters could have kept it.
I mean, I know that now, but I didn't know that then. I didn't want to take the chance because I was like, this is
why you didn't ask my mom?
About to be a big proposal.
You know, we're all close.
I know, and then it's crazy because
like ask my mom, like, should I tell her sisters?
I did. Well, she was the one who set the group chat up with all of us.
Yeah.
To cue everybody. She asked me if I told them, and I was like, I don't know if I should. And I just kind of talked that stuff out with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jonathan was the first person outside of your mom to know. Well, my parents knew that I intended to ask you. The kids knew. And then as far as your family, Jonathan was the first other
I
person
really
around.
wish like my grandparents and my dad was like somebody you told like a month before, 2 months before.
I'm sorry, I did drop the ball on
And
that.
then like you did it, you did. Like the day before, my grandfather was like, "Oh, you sure?"
Cause it's crazy because we had been well. And that's the other thing. So we had been together almost the whole month. So it's like I'm trying to figure out when can I get away to handle this stuff, like without it being weird or seeming like I'm trying to go cheat
Babe,
or
it's a
be with
lot of
somebody else.
times you can because you
Well, I
have
was
your own
actually at work
schedule.
though, so
Right, so I wouldn't have known.
no, but I couldn't meet with them while I was at work. Is what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying even if you would have met with them apart from you for actually working,
But
I wouldn't have
when, baby,
known.
I worked that whole month, and I was with you when I wasn't at work or with the kids. Anyways, logistics. I would have liked to ask sooner, but it ended up being the day before. So ring shopping, asking for a hand in marriage, and all of that took place the day before, and coordinating with the Coco Jones management team. And so they called while I was on the way to her grandparents' house. So I had to pull over, tell them exactly what the vision was, what song. Because they asked me what song would be the best one to bring out. And I said it has to be you. It can't be no other song. It has to be you. and,
Period.
and so right before Coco, so we all talked it out like how it was gonna go. And so the day, yeah, no, it's still the same day. So at first it was like we don't know if we'll be able to bring you on stage just because the show is timed, everything has to be.
I mean, Coco said
And
no.
well, she didn't say no. No, Coco didn't
No, I'm
say no.
saying Coco said no. You
Oh
have
yeah.
bring them.
So yeah, that was the original plan was like they was gonna try to shine the spotlight on us in the audience. But then, so by this time I get home and I'm in the shower and I get this text from the management team that says, so we talked it over with Coco and Coco said, absolutely not. We're not doing a light. Like he has to come on stage because this is big. And
Yes,
she was like,
Coco.
yeah, this gotta be, basically an iconic moment. And so they actually added it into her set. So they set a time. They had the track, was it the track running like on a loop or something, like the intro. And it was so smooth the way it happened. Like they when I tell you they pulled that together
Y'all,
so
for one,
smooth, and I
I
was
didn't
nervous.
I didn't know like what was going on because mind you, we're in the crowd. And he comes up behind me, like, like he's holding me. And he's like, do you trust me? And I was like, yes.
Shoot,
And
even
he's
before that, I was so nervous, like, because I was like, even when we went there, I had been trying to get her to a specific spot. I was trying
oh
to get her to
yeah.
stand
Well,
in
now
a
that
specific
now that
area,
now that we're talking about it, I see now. But before I was like, he
and she
wanted to go
was
to the
not getting
bathroom,
it.
and I was like, no, we're going to the bathroom together. I said we came here together. We have to stay together.
That was me trying to get away from her so I could coordinate with the
And
management.
so the first time we got there, we walked there together, and I had his hand. And I walked in through the crowd. Now, mind you, I've been to this venue plenty of times because I'm from Charlotte.
She
He's
held my
not,
hand
so I
so
held his
hard.
hand in the crowd as we were walking because it was so packed. And I'm like, no, we're gonna stay together. Together. I didn't have to use it, but I stood by the bathroom to wait for him. So he goes to use the bathroom, whatever. We leave and we're trying to find a spot. And he kept saying, y'all, he kept saying, which I was getting annoyed because he kept saying, I want to be in the front. Let's be in the front. I'm like, well, he was like, let's find a spot. I
I
was like,
was
well, babe,
trying
you
so
can't
hard.
really find a spot when it comes to these type of concerts when it's not assigned seats. I mean, because everybody is gonna walk their way through the front. He wanted to be so close to the front, and now I get it now. But before I was just like,
Because they had told me like where we needed to be, where we needed to stand. It was like what, because they had different bars set up. They told me exactly what bar I needed to be by and what time.
well,
I
it was
knew the
only one
exact
bar, so
schedule
I'm
of the
glad
set.
we
No, it
stood
was some on the
over
other side. It was bars
by
all
the
around.
bathroom.
No, it was bars all around.
But I'm saying where we were standing was the only way to exit and get off the stage.
Yeah.
So you was trying to get on the other side though. That was by the bathroom. That would have been horrible to walk all the way around. Is
No, I was
crazy.
looking for the specific bar they told me. And that's why I was like, when I first got there, I went looking on the left side, but I was like, that's not it. And you kept asking me what was I looking at,
Yeah,
and I
that
was
was
like,
by
I
the
can't tell
bathroom we
her.
had left. I'm like, can you come
I
on?
was looking for specifically
Y'all, he
what they
was just
told me to
looking.
look for.
And I'm thinking you were looking because you wanted to get a drink. And mind you, you don't even drink like that. So I'm like, what are you looking at? Like, I'm like, come on.
And so when I finally found the bar, we actually found it by accident because she wanted to get a
Well, I
drink,
didn't find it by
and
accident.
well, she was going to that bar anyway. And I'm just like, that's when I noticed the manager. She kind of gave me a head nod, and I recognized like
Who?
you didn't. It's the white
Did you know
lady.
that that was Coco's mom?
No, I didn't know that's her mom, but I knew who the manager was. I've seen her mom in videos, but I've never seen her in person. So I didn't know.
She looked just like her. And y'all, that's crazy because they were standing directly behind us, like her whole family.
I
Like
kept
when we
looking like I
first
thought it
got
was
in there.
Coco.
So mind you, it wasn't packed at that time. And we was like, I was like, oh yeah, that is Coco Jones' mom. She had her shirt and everything. She looks just like her mom. And so,
But nah, that wasn't who I was looking. I was looking for the manager. And when she
oh.
gave me the head nod, when we was at the bar, you didn't see it.
So
You
how
was
she know
looking
who
at the
you were?
menu because I sent her pictures of us. I sent the whole
Uh,
management team. So when I tell you everybody was in on it,
y'all,
the whole
he did
security
this when
staff,
he's
the management team, Coco,
yeah, he just
like
be
everybody knew
he
the
just be
menu.
he just be passing my face around. He sent my picture to the nail
Look, they
tech.
was gonna know who she was when she walked through that
No,
door.
when the nail tech. And I was like, babe, how'd she know who I was? She was like, I sent the picture.
And I knew she was gonna want to do a photo shoot. Like I know her so well.
Who
Like I
just be
knew
doing that
she was
stuff?
gonna want to do a photo shoot before the
Yeah,
concert.
yeah, we
And she
took
asked me, and I was like, "Yep."
yo, we took pictures and everything. I didn't know what was going
And I sure slid them pictures right to the management team and the security staff.
on.
So when she got there, like everybody knew, like they knew who we were, like they knew what we was wearing and everything. So like they gave me the head nod, the typical black person passing black person head
I'm
nod.
cracking up.
And so
Because looking back at it,
and she missed it. And it was crazy because she missed
we
all
went
of
out
this
to
going
eat
on behind
over
her
in that
back.
same area. His car's about to get towed.
Like, no, but that's the crazy part because the guy knew me too. He was like, I'm not telling you.
Oh,
The security, the guy who was told the parking lot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he told
Oh,
me he wasn't gonna tell me.
you came back out there and said, what did you say? Say he said something.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. He said he wasn't gonna tell me.
You went out there and ran because you was like
Nothing about tow my truck.
you were like they're about to tow your car, and I was like, babe, they can't tow your car. What did I say? I was like, babe, they can't tow your car.
But I still paid for
I
parking
think you
because I
said
was
you're in
like,
handicap.
I didn't know if like they would change shifts or something, and another person who didn't know. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and pay because I ain't trying to take no chances.
So you did pay?
Yeah, I went ahead and paid because I was like, I ain't trying to walk home on the
How
night
much
of
did
the
you
bitch before.
pay?
It was like $4.
Oh.
But so, anyways, we're in there. The management team, so we all did our little silent gestures, whatever. She kind of pointed, let me know this where you need to be.
That's crazy,
And,
y'all. We were standing over there. I had a headache. Y'all, I had a headache on that stage. He gave me some Tylenol 10 minutes before because I was like, my head's hurting. So the girl that was beside was smoking.
Yeah, because it was crazy. Because like where we weren't right at the front, but we weren't too far to the
but
back.
we weren't.
But
We were close. We were
was
pretty
next
close
to the biggest Coco fan in there. Like
she warned us.
Like
she said when Coco come out.
Yo, she spazzed out, man. I thought she was gonna tear the barricade down.
And y'all, the crazy thing is, after he proposed in the because he basically proposed at the end. So she performed You, and then she performed I See You afterwards, and then she performed something else. I was like, Coco, you would perform this right after you this guy proposed to. But the girl, okay, so.
Well, during the thing, she started smoking. The girl in front of us started smoking weed.
So I thought
like,
she was
in the
funny.
Middle of the concert.
She was funny to me, right? But I don't know if she was like bipolar or something. I don't know. Sorry if you see this. I don't know if she was like bipolar. She was very interesting. But so to go back to the part where where we ended up over to the bar, I guess before he proposed. So she was performing a song, and then like he was behind me and he was like, do you trust me? And I was like, yes. He was like, do you trust me to lead?
Man, by that time I was.
Babe, you're not letting me get it
I'm sorry. Go
through.
ahead.
So he was like, do you trust me to lead? And I was like, yes. And then he asked me another question. I can't remember what you asked. And I just kept saying yes, like I trust you. And so he's saying this in my ear. And so we just like walked away. But before we walked away, mind you, 10 minutes before that, he you want me to tell them that you have?
Not
So he just kept saying that like
some
something was
stuff, I'm
he
gonna
just
live, y'all.
he kept saying that like something was like bothering him, whatever. And so, mind you, she ended up eventually. The girl beside us pulled out like a blunt or weed or whatever, and she starts smoking. And like we look in the air, we look over, and she's like, it's like smoke in the air, and we both look like, oh my gosh, like I know you lying. So anyway, so then we and I think that's what made my headache worse. Or I don't know if that's what caused me to have a headache. So we end up he does all that. He asks me
another blessing in disguise.
yeah, he asked me those questions, and then he walks me over. So I'm like, babe, what's going on? Like, what are you about to do?
You know why I was asking you that?
Why?
I was running out. So the concert, I've been trying to think of how I was gonna get you to go to the bar at 10 o'clock because the set was timed, so you had to be over there by 10 o'clock.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know what to say. So I finally was like, you know what? I'm gonna just ask her, well, does she trust me, and just take her hand and take her over there. And because I was like, I ran out of stuff. Like at this point, I was already stressed out because I was like, I don't like to keep lying to you, and it's I have to get you to this point, but it was like I didn't know what else to say. Like I ran out, and so that was my desperation attempt. And the smoking thing ended up being a blessing in disguise because neither one of us like being around the smoke.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So
it ended up
we
being
end
the
up
alibi.
walking over, and I was like, babe, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I'm like, because at this point, I don't think she was.
paranoid
Yeah, it was. I was like, okay. I was like, what you about to do? I was like, what's going on? I was like, are you calling me on? Is she gonna call me on stage? Like I'm asking 1,000 questions, and I think I did ask, are you about to propose?
Yeah, and that my
And he
heart
was like,
sunk in that moment.
he was like, no. So I'm like, okay. And mind you, after I had already asked that, he had Tim. I mean, after I had asked that, I was like, okay, maybe I just need to calm down because 15 minutes had went past. I think she ended up performing another song. So I was like, okay. So we're still at this point. We're standing by the bar. I asked for water. I take a pill. I take a picture in the mirror on the side.
She kept saying,
"Why?" So I'm like, and then at first I was like, okay, babe, why do we come over here? Because I can't see Coco anymore. And you was like, you can see through right here. I'm like, but babe, it was so perfect over there.
I was like, babe, I just need a little bit longer. I just need some fresh air.
Yeah, he was saying that he needed fresh air. So I was like, okay, I get it. I understand. Longer. So next thing you know, she goes, can I have Tasha Clyburn on the stage? And I said, and all I hear is everybody, I'm Tasha Clyburn. I'm like,
everybody want to be on that stage with Coco at that moment.
And I'm like, what is going on? Mind you, I'm thinking in my head, this can't be a proposal because my family's not here. That's why I kept thinking that it wasn't. And I was like, okay, is somebody about to dance on me? I'm like, it's impossible. I know she ain't gonna dance on me. That's crazy. And I'm like, but I know a man is not gonna come up here and dance on me because that's weird.
If you saw your family cards, you would have knew what was up anyway. So I was like, it's got to be because you ask a lot of questions. So I knew it had to be something that you would never expect.
I didn't expect that. Like, even though I asked it and I was nervous, I just didn't expect only because my family wasn't there. So I was just like, I feel like he would have my family here. And then I was like, are they about to? And then I thought my family's going to come out in the crowd, like somewhere.
If you would have saw them cars, you would have knew. It
no, not
if
cars.
you would have saw them at all, you would have knew what was up.
Maybe it's impossible to see where each pay attention to a car at a concert.
I'm just saying though, if you would have caught a glimpse of your mama or your sister's faces walking through that crowd.
But that's what I'm saying. I then would have been like, oh, okay. But I didn't know. So I feel like me coming on stage was very awkward. I feel like um I was happy to see Coco and be in her presence, but I couldn't really look I wasn't able to give my full fan like oh my gosh,
She didn't know
Coco.
what was going on.
Because I didn't know what was going on. So the fan was blowing. It was so many lights. All I could think in my head was like, how do people perform on stage? Like I could barely see the crowd. All I seen was a lot of lights. And then I see a lot of people pulling up their phone. And I'm like, what's going on? And she was like,
I want to do
so
something
yeah,
special
I want
for
to do
you.
something special for you. So I'm all the way back here. She's talking to me and I'm scared to walk forward because I'm still timid. I'm like, what what you want to do? Like what's special that you want to do? So I'm like, why me out of all people? So she was like, come here, girl.
Come here, girlie.
Whatever she
She's
said,
so humble, man.
come here, girlie. So I'm like, okay. And she's so tall. I don't think
Very
we would have been that. I would have been that far from her height. But I seen her heels, and her heels were like, and she already tall, and that made her even. And I looked like a little midget standing next to her.
crazy because you're older than her. You look like you was her baby sister.
I'm telling you,
And they were dressed alike too. Both of them
we
in
weren't
white.
dressed alike.
Yeah,
Well,
both
we
had
had
on
on
the white.
white, but she was dressed up.
The flowing.
Yeah, in the bodysuit. But she was like, "Come here, girl." I thought she said, "Come here, girl." She probably said, "Come here, girlie." But I had came over, and so I turn around, and here he go walking in the stage. I'm like, I know you lying. I know. That's all I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, I know. Ain't no, and all I see is cameras, and I was like, and y'all, I'm shy.
Me too.
I'm
There were
shy.
2,000 something people in this room that
I'm
I had never
shy.
seen before in my life, and I could. But honestly, in that moment, I could only focus on her, like on you.
Yeah.
I couldn't because I have been in my head saying, "What am I gonna say to her? What am I gonna say to her?" Because this is again, it's about to be in front of 2,000 people. Like I can't stumble over my words. It has to be like the perfect 30-second proposal. And
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I compress everything I want to say
They
to
said
her?
30 seconds.
Well, it wasn't 30 seconds, but it was like I didn't have a whole lot of time because
Yeah.
they had to keep the show going, but they still wanted to support what I wanted to do for you.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was trying to be respectful of that, and I'm trying to be impactful too because in my mind, this is the last time I will ever propose to anybody, and I want it to be really the first time. That's another story for another day. But I was like, I really wanted it to be something she would never forget, and God willing, the words started flowing, and the rest is on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram.
He
and
was
Facebook.
like, baby, from the first time I laid eyes on you, I knew I wanted to make you my wife. You my best friend. You my lover. And I just wouldn't take time out. Will you marry me? Will you marry me?
I swear, the only thing I remember saying was, let the people know. And immediately I was like, why did you say that? Oh, Lord.
He was like, will you marry me? I was like, please get up.
But it flowed, though.
And I tried to kiss you for an hour. Your face.
Yeah, she was crying so hard. We was both crying, but she was crying. I darn had to carry her off the stage.
I just grabbed your face, and I was just like,
we forgot we was at the concert after that. When I tell you, she over
I
there
just got
calling everybody. She's like, I'm Beyonce, I'm engaged. In the concert. Still in the concert.
What you want me to do after I get proposed? Well, I don't have nowhere to go. Like, I have to stay in the concert.
That was
Which
hilarious.
Is very awkward. This girl came up to me. She was like, oh, congratulations. She looked like she was like 19.
Man.
She was so cute, though. She had her glasses. I think they looked like bifocals. And she
the
was like,
whole walk out of there.
congratulations. She was like, can I see the ring? And I showed her, she was like,
We
everybody
got
know when you do that, that means like tea.
so many congratulations on the way out of there.
But oh my gosh.
But yeah, that
And
was the fourth time we
tomorrow
went viral, y'all.
is a week.
So
So this was last week, which is crazy. Time goes by fast.
we've been together 8 months
And
and
we've
went
been
viral four
engaged.
times in 8 months.
And now we are trying to win America's Best Couple. And it's crazy because things just, the way things keep aligning, y'all. For one, when we met, we was always talking about alignment.
That's been the theme
Because
of our relationship.
I coming into getting to know each other when we first met, I felt like a lot of things had started to align for me. So the conversation that we had when we first met, I brought that up. And I think when I said it, you were like, I think you agreed for yourself, if I'm not mistaken, or unless it was like
I
a
agree.
couple months later.
And it's crazy because
And
God
it's
always
like,
confirms His word, and I have been hearing that word a lot that year too.
and when I had
Alignment.
said it, you was like,
It's like
alignment.
light bulb went off.
Yeah. And so it's like ever since we've been together, things have been aligning in God's will for us. And it's just like curveballs happen. Like life is not perfect. But it's just like so many things just have been aligning for us. But piggybacking off of the America's favorite couple.
Yeah. We in the competition.
It's like that happened though. He signed up for that.
It happened the same week as the proposal. Like the next day, we got a notification that
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying before you signed up before to do the thing just to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like
didn't even know if we would get accepted.
Yeah.
But yeah. So and then
it's like
crazy.
So things just keep going like back to back to back.
And we elevated so fast. Like it's 20 couples in our group. And
it's more than 20.
No, in our group. It's different groups. So our group is 20 couples. And we went from I can't remember where we started.
It was at 12.
12?
And
then
we was only at 12 for we weren't at 12th place for that long. And then we went to 4th place. And then we dropped down. We was at 4th place. And we dropped down to 3rd place. We're at 4th place now, so please vote. You'll leave the description, the link in the description, right?
Yeah, I'm putting the link.
But
we need y'all. Please vote.
We've just been everything's just been aligning the way it's supposed to. And I don't know. It feels like I'm still getting to know you, but like I've known you forever. Because I know that we still have a lot to learn about each other, but it's not like a questionable thing. Like it's not like, I still got to learn about him. It's like I still want to learn about you. Like
it's a lifelong process.
Yeah.
You know? But I want to talk on that. It's just I don't feel like there's a time limit on how long you need to date somebody before you ask them to marry you. And I know that's a kind of a controversial subject, especially because we're in a generation where people have so many different ideals and views on it. Like some people are like, that's way too fast. Some people are like, what's the time limit on love? But I don't feel like that. I feel like once it was confirmed in my spirit and in my mind that it was time to move forward. And so I keep forgetting where I'm going with stuff. I'm really
tired.
Yeah, that's the thing about wind down is y'all catching us at the end of some long work days.
Yeah.
And so
we
sorry
did start
if we
this
a little
late.
choppy.
Like, I just got out the shower. We ate dinner. We ate dinner. I got out the shower. So.
But yeah, I just know you are her, and I'm really looking forward to like going forward on this journey with you. whatever it brings. I just know that God is gonna keep lining stuff up for us. It's like even like she mentioned at the beginning that she's into interior design. I've been into interior design too, but I hadn't yet stepped into that mantle.
I didn't either though.
And
Like
it was like when we met, it's like we gave each other that confidence booster to
he
pursue it.
definitely gave me the confident booster. And okay, so our word is definitely alignment for each other, but definitely purpose. We cannot
Oh
forget
yes.
purpose. Um,
Like we don't just look good together. We actually are good together. Like we
like I feel like a
produce
lot of
together.
things. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't come in contact with a lot of things without you. I honestly don't know. I can't really say. You kind of just have to go on the path that God has you on. So I can't really say, oh, I would be here, I wouldn't be there if I didn't know you. But you have like been like such a blessing in my life. And I think that um what am I trying to say?
That wind down got you too.
I definitely think that um God just puts people in our lives for reasons. And yeah. I kind of felt stuck. Like it's like again, it's something that I've always wanted to do. But I just didn't know how. I didn't know what direction to go. I didn't know where to start.
I
And
felt the same way.
because you're already like basically in the field and you know a lot of people, you have a lot of clientele, clients, you've like pushed me or you encourage me, and still to this day he still does, because I'm still not, of course I'm still not fully there. um Sometimes it's hard, but with you being like by my side and like always encouraging me and like, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that, and he's so like goal driven. It's just you always have it to where like, okay, what's next, what can we be doing to do this. It's not to say feel like I can be mentally goal driven, but I'm not like physically there where I'm putting in 100% of the work. And it's like since being with you and getting to know you, and you've taught me like a lot, and you always teach me a lot, and I think you'll forever teach me a lot. It's just it keeps us like both just like going.
And the kids are a big motivation just because, we have 5 kids between us. And I always want our kids to see us achieving something
Yeah.
because that's the only way they know they can do it. You know what I'm saying? They role models shouldn't always have to be athletes and people who are already in the public eye. Like they should be able to see achievement in their own household. They should. It's hard growing up as a child and all you ever see your parents do is work and pay bills.
Yeah.
Like that's not a life that you want to aspire to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's important for us as a couple to be constantly, achieving our dreams because that's the only way we're gonna really push our kids to reach their dreams.
Yeah.
And so that's what I hope we can continue to do for each other. Because I wouldn't have never stepped into interior design had I not met her. It would have still been on my
Why
bucket
though?
list.
Like I didn't have nothing on social media about interior design or
I always wanted to, and I always had the eye for it. I just didn't have the confidence because, every male interior designer that I knew about was, on the other side of the rainbow, and I'm perfectly, curves. I'm perfectly straight over here, and I just didn't want people, assuming that I was
yeah.
that type of man. And I don't hate on nobody. If that's your world, squirrel, go for it. It's not me. I love who I love, and at the same time, like I said, I didn't have that confidence, and I just didn't want to proceed forward because I just didn't want people already, you know, having that perceived notion of me as soon as I said that. So it's
Yeah.
different, doing it with you because it's like, oh, him and his partner,
Yeah. And
do
we
that
work so
together.
well together.
So
Um,
they ain't gotta guess no more because they can see it.
what, that we work well together?
That we together. That I ain't one of them.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But yeah. But I'm so glad that that we took that step. And I'm believing God that when it aligns that we'll be able to pull her off her job and we'll be able to do it full time together and just all of it. Because we're both serial entrepreneurs. Like we got that vision. Like we want to do more. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it's gonna come to a point where we can't. Well, I'm already full time, but I know she's gonna not be able to work a job and still, have the capacity to do everything that God is calling her to do when she gets to that chapter. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait for that day to come and just to see what it looks like. I'm telling you, the grind is different when it's all you got to depend on is you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to bet on yourself.
That's the scary part. I tell him that all the time.
It's scary at first. And I think that should be a whole nother episode, honestly. Just talking about what entrepreneurship is like as a 9 to 5er and also as a full time. Because it is definitely scary at first and it's a leap of faith. But even though it's a leap of faith, you still gotta be smart about it. Like you can't just dive into it with no plan.
Yeah.
Like faith requires action. And that's where people drop the balls. They just want God to, oh God, I believe you'll make me rich, make me rich. And God's like, I will bless the work of your hands, meaning your hands need to be doing something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you can't just sit there with hopes and dreams and prayers and think that that's going to, make something shake. So, anyways, yeah, like I said, another topic for another day. It's getting late. You ready to wind this wine down on down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in and hearing our love story. And
Oh,
any
I thought
last
you wanted
words,
my
lady?
hand. No.
Mm,
I always thank you for everything.
I love you, and I appreciate you
I love you too.
because you're the type of woman that adds so much joy to my life. And like the way I'm smiling at her now, I'm smiling like at her like that off camera. Even when she getting on my nerves, she be so hyper at night, y'all, and I'm so low key. But
He's the calm.
I'm very much the calm, and she is very much the storm. But that's it. We need that balance, like, because like I know that she the one who, like, if somebody get my order wrong, she gonna pop off and be like, my man didn't order that. And I'm more of the strong, silent type. I'm just gonna tell you, look, hey, you ain't gonna do my baby like that.
Yeah.
But we all always got each other back. Y'all got it. I gotta hang up. We gotta end this because I'll be talking all night.
All right.
But yeah, we appreciate
Peace.
everybody that tuned in. Y'all drop us a comment. Let us know where you're listening from.
And the
And
link will be in the description below to please vote for us for America's favorite couple. Please vote.
because we got a lot of kids.
Please. And this voting thing is a long time. It's until
It's
September.
August.
Oh, September or November.
No, it ain't November. It's either August or September. I gotta look back at it, but yeah,
I think it's September.
you can vote once a day. If you vote today before
If you
12
want to
o'clock,
vote,
your
if you
vote
want to
counts
do a
twice.
donation and do $10 equals 10 votes.
Oh yeah, because the donations go
towards
they
the
got like 2 or 3
sea.
nonprofits on the
Yeah.
website. You'll see them at the bottom. And so it's, even though it's a financial benefit to the couple that wins, it's also a huge donation goes toward those nonprofits.
Yeah.
So you're doing some good in the world and you're adding a little positivity and love to the world.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're about to call it a night. And thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all.
Wind Down Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Oh, I'm so, how do you end this?